Okay, so we're back at Peter's job and it's time to start the front. So we're going to do another step-by-step guide on how to get a great lawn this spring. So first up, as always, we are scalping the lawn. This is very important because it strips off all last year's growth and sets us back at zero. I know you might have heard people say we're at the 1/3 rule, but it doesn't come into play here because this is the most important step that you will do later on in the year. Yeah, you don't want to be taking loads off because that will be detrimental, but at this point it is absolutely fine to go against that 1/3 rule. So I'm just taking my time and I'm going to go over it twice because you can't get every direction in the one pass. So if you just go the other way as well, you'll find that you'll take even more off and get more off, because the more you can get off now the better, because you really want to get that grass all the way down to the crowns, like I said, so it's a factory reset. And using the Allett set at 10mm, I have gone a little bit too deep when I first started, so I just raised it up because it was digging into the crown, so I might have done some damage there, but it's in the dead area anyway where Peter killed it with the weed killer, so I think we've got away with it, but we'll find out once the seed starts coming through as if we got away with it or not. So just show you where I did that little bit of damage. I think we'll get away with it. There's a few squashed worm casts around as well, but you can see doing it in both directions we get into those areas where it's a bit longer. So next up we're going to get on with the Verifying cartridge. If you've not got this, you can use a Scarifier of any kind. You can use the verticutting cartridge, you can use the groomer cartridge of the Allett, but you can use a bladed Scarifier as well. Just anything that will get the thatch out. On this lawn we're using the Verifying cartridge. It's a great new cartridge from Allett, and what it does is it's got using the tines for the Scarifier, like the hooks, and this is hooking everything out, all the thatch, but it's leaving behind a nice groove because it's got the verticutting tines on it as well, and these leave a nice clean surface ready to seed into. So that's the verifying done. Peter actually killed this area with Roundup in November, so we had to get some seed down, and it's not really it took a little bit but not much, so we've got quite a big area there. So I'm going to get the seed slaughter out on this as well to double up, because we've got a lot of worm cast damage as well, a lot of flat spots. So even though we've got the grooves in there, I just think we're going to double up just to make sure that, because it's slightly crowned as well, if we get rain it's all going to tend to wash that way and that way, so we don't want more growth in the borders. But really pleased with it. We've really opened up that groove there, so we get some seed in there as well, and we'll be away. So I'll get that slotting done. If we just have a look as what's come out of into the box, you'll be amazed at what we've just pulled out. Because we've got the grooves being made, but then we've also got the Scarifier going behind, pulling out all this stuff as well. So look at that. Next step is that slotter. There's a link in the description. Got it from eBay. You don't need to send me any messages about it. Okay, so we've got a bit more slots in there as well as the grooves, so the seed should stand an even better chance of getting in the way. I've just had a look under the covers in the back, and we have got germination there as well. So we'll whip the covers off there, and once we've top dressed this and seeded it, we will take the covers off the back and put them on the front, and we'll show you the back. Next step is the Extreme Dwarf Ryegrass seed. I've got the hopper setting open to full. This allows the seed to drop out. If you have it any less than this, it doesn't drop out. Bent seed, however, you need a lower setting. Once the seed is on, we can start raking in this black gold, the field compost number 4. Discount code DHLE15 direct at fieldcompost.co.uk, and I'm just using my Screwfix rake to rake that in. You can get a compost spreader if you want, or a levy loop, but I don't have either of those. I just like using the rake. And now I forgot my H2Go wetting agent liquid, so I'm just going on with the H2Go granules. We'll see how we get on. So here we go. I'm taking the fleece now off the back because this seed has now popped, and we can recycle this to the front and reuse it and keep all those Eco Warriors comments at bay. And for 12 days since we did this, it's looking in much better condition. So happy days. Step is to fleece the front. I don't need to worry about wetting agent on top of this today because I've already done it last week, so the water will get through. But if this is your first time that you're using the fleece, you will want to put the H2Go wet agent on there, because otherwise the water just beads on the surface, but the wetting agent helps that water get through and stops that runoff. That's all done, all pegged in. I'm just giving it a water to set that seed on its way. Yeah, so looking very nice. That field compost really does give it a lovely colour and a little bit of nutrition just to get it growing away. But because it's the dwarf rye, it's just keeping itself to itself. And we're going to give it a quick cut just to take the tops off it. A few weeds have come through. These were probably already in here. So we've got a dock leaf, remember the Latin name for that, Rumex obtusifolius. A little bit of buttercup there, Ranunculus repens, dandelion, Taraxacum officinale, remember that one from our weed ident. Another little dandelion there, bit of hairy bittercress, remember that one, cardamine hirsuta, all remembered from my college days. Bit more there, it's all in the borders you see, so it just spreads. So you just get little bits and then you knock it. They're not seed yet, but we used to look at the nursery. You knock it when they're in seed and it just fly into your eye, like a projectile into your eye. So what we'll have to do is we can pull some of these out by hand with a little fork, but the dandelion there we'll just dab with a little bit of weed killer and that'll do the trick. So there's quite a big piece of buttercup there as well. So we'll have to get that out. We can get that out with a fork before it takes hold, but generally it's looking really good. So we'll do that, we'll get those weeds out and then we'll give it a cut and then we'll give it a spray of all the products we used earlier in the week at the small lawn project. Let's head round the back, just going over it with the mower just to take the tops off and settle that seed down. There's a few weeds knocking about that have come through because it's been nice and hot under there. They have grown. Look at the size of that taproot on that dock leaf. And I've just got a little piece of buttercup that's starting, so we need to get this out because these have stolons which then just start creeping along. And look at that root system on that. So I was glad that one's out. And an even bigger piece just over the side. Look at those roots on there. So I'm glad we've got those out. Okay, so we've just got a few little sprouts coming through. So it's a perfect time now to get some products on. It's not as advanced as Monday at the small lawn project, but nevertheless it has popped and we'll accept the feed. Alright, so we're going to mix the products up for around the back. Got a few comments online saying I didn't mention the products enough in terms of what they were, so I'll make an effort today. I was rushing a little bit. So first of all, we're going to put some Sopro in, 70 mils of that. We know it's 35 square metres, so that times 2 if you're using the full strength stuff. If you're using the 125 range, and that's 8 mil you put in. Grace, so that's going to get the root further down, so when it's just popping and that root's just there, we want to get it further down, so that's what you put that in for. Grace, the vitamins, they're good for the grass that's already there and the new grass, and like I said, just any free radicals knocking about, and some potassium in there as well, which will just keep things moving around. Got the seaweed, the Stella. This is great for the roots as well. What it does is it helps those root hairs. You've got the main roots, and then you've got your root hairs which come off, and they're the ones that take all the nutrients and the water. So the healthier they are, the more you're going to get out of the ground. Orbit, which is your plant sugars, your molasses in there with a few other bits and bobs. Because the seed doesn't photosynthesize till 3rd leaf stage, those new leaves ain't going to benefit from the sunlight. They'll benefit from the heat of the sunlight, but they won't benefit from the UV. So this is the natural source of food, so it can get a bit of food without the photosynthesis. And what we'll do is we'll just put a bit of slow going as well. Keep everything tight so it doesn't get out of hand. And then what we'll do is we'll stick 350 mils. In fact, no, we'll go half rate to do 175. Then we can always go on with the other half. So just give that a little stir in like that. Everything's on my website that I'm using, so just go and check it out. Don't tend to use products with iron in at this point. It just might be a bit too rich for that new seed, but everything else is totally fine. So we'll top this up with water to what we need for spraying that. Now I know on the label it says 5 litres, and that's just a generic kind of dose for everybody. I can't do everybody's workings out, but that's just a good thing to go off. And if you can do it in 3, do it in 3. You'll just get to know your lawn and the size, and what spray you've got determines how fast it comes out and whatever and what you need. But 5's just a general rule for everybody. And if you have got some left over and you know what you've used, you can always just top up again to what you've used. So if you had like 5 and you've used 3 and you've still got 2 litres left, you could just put another litre in and give it another pass all over it, and you should run out. So there you go. I've got a video on that, but it's from years ago. What I probably will do is I'll do a new video showing the best way to do it, so you run out just as you are finishing. So we're just spraying that on and giving it a water in. If you want to watch part 1 of this video, check out the end screen at the end. But if you want to see more lawns being turned around like this, join us next time here on Daniel Hibbert Lawn Expert. Bye for now.